Hello, welcome to True You Solutions, where we explore the journey of self-discovery, personal growth, and well-being. I'm Dr. Julie Kabler, your host and guide on this transformative exploration of the true self. Hey, how's everybody doing today? I hope you've been having a great day and a wonderful week. Today I wanted to talk about self-worth. Self-worth is the realization that you are valuable and lovable, and it takes into consideration your personal strengths as well as your weaknesses. Your self-worth tells you that you're valuable simply because you're you. Self-worth is a fundamental belief that influences your thinking, feelings, and actions. This stems from your childhood and your previous experiences. People that you've interacted with in your past, such as your family members, your coworkers, out in the community, and your good friends, all give you an idea of what your worth is. A lot of times we find that with women especially, that we have somehow absorbed negative self-worth images that have been given to us by other people and not necessarily built our life or worked upon our positive strengths. One of the ways that you can start to work on loving yourself first is to assess your values. Your thoughts and actions will lead you forward in a positive way. They can also sabotage your goals and your ideals for your future. Your worth, by the way, is not what other people think. So we're not going to worry about what other people think, what other people say, and what other people want you to do. Basically, this is not a what other people life. This is your life, and you need to have the best life possible, move forward and enjoy this world that's there for you to enjoy. What aspects do you feel more worthy? I listed like your skills and talents, your accomplishments. Those will all add to your perception as worthiness only if it's something that you believe in. So you need to really look at your values and determine what it is you truly value. When you stop to think about personal relationships, for example, like friendships, what do you value? I know when I look at my friends, the things that I value is I value intelligence. I like to have conversations with people who are able to have a conversation and people who have things to say. I like to be in the company of people who have varied experiences and have stories to tell to share those experiences with. I'm not a one subject person, so somebody who has had lots of life experiences or been in a learning environment or an educational environment, oftentimes I find those people very rewarding and satisfying in friendships. That's my value. I know there's other people who value the fun aspect of a friend. They want somebody who's fun and gregarious and someone who's spontaneous and optimistic. They want to go out and enjoy the town and have a drink and go to dinner and giggle and laugh and find amusement in all the different things that are out there to enjoy. So there's a lot of different ways that you can have values about your relationships, and friendship values and personal values and family values can all be different. So when you're sorting out your values, make a list, separate it between family, between friends, community, and romantic relationships, and start to write your values there. I suggest that you look on Google and ask for a list of different types of values, and then go through that list and try to put them in order 1 through 10 in each one of those 4 categories that I just mentioned. Another thing to look at is what areas that you might feel less worthy. My first question that I would have when you're thinking about that is it true? I find a lot of people believe lies. They believe the lies that other people have told them. They believe the lies that people have said things about them. They believe the lies that other people say is who they are and their identity. So when you're looking at what makes you feel less worthy, don't consider the lies that other people have told and perpetuated about you over the years. Try and think about what you feel less worthy about. Maybe you've let yourself down because you haven't been able to stay on track keeping your goals. Maybe you feel less worthy because you feel like you don't have enough of an education in a subject, and so you need to learn more. Those are the types of worthiness, unworthiness that you want to take a look at so that you can decide what your goals will be and what values those goals will be based on. Another way that you can look at it is how would you act differently if you knew that you were 100% worthy? Would you be more ambitious? Would you be more empathetic? Would you be more involved? Self-love matters because it dictates your actions. So you have to think about what would it take for you to be different in your behaviors? What are those values? What are those things that you like to do? And what are the attributes about you that would cause you to be more self-loving and more closer aligned to your true self? Would you have less anxiety? Would you feel less depressed? Would you be more alive in your world? So, would you be more inclusive of others, more accepting? Lots and lots of different areas to look at for self-love, but we want to go ahead and take a good long look at ourselves and look at our qualities, as I said. And what do you consider your personality strengths? Are you friendly? Are you polite? Are you funny? Are you interesting? Are you intellectual? Are you educated? What makes you happy on a daily basis? Meeting your goals, connecting with other people, planning your goals, giving to others, sharing time with family, art, music. What do others say about you that's positive? You would be surprised. All of us struggle with our identity and self-love, and others are much more gracious. If not, they need to be standing on the outside of the boundary. But stop and think about what other people say about you. Write that down and see if it fits and if you think that that's something that's truly you, because more than likely it is, and you're just not giving yourself the credit for that. So how do you know yourself? Are you a family person? Or are you an independent person? Do you prioritize your work over your social life? Or do you prefer your social life and work is just a way to get through to pay the bills? Do you have big goals and big ambitions? What are they? What are your goals? What are your ambitions? And on a scale of 1 to 10, how well do you communicate your needs? Obviously, if people don't know what we need and people don't know what we want and people don't know what we like, they're not going to be able to meet our needs, and we're going to walk through this world feeling very unfulfilled. So communicating with other people is really important. I will be doing a podcast later on that will talk about communication, and we're going to start with listening blocks, because that's one of the biggest problems in communication is it's not what we say, it's what we don't hear or how we go about filtering information that we hear. Last thing is, are you pursuing your heart's desire? What is it? If you could wave a magic wand, what exactly would you be doing? Where would you be living? Who would you be? Imagine that and paint a picture in your mind of what that would be. One of the things I learned a long time ago is that if you can imagine it, it can be true. So therefore, if you can imagine yourself flying an airplane, across the desert, then you can go learn how to fly an airplane and put yourself in a position where you can fly across the desert. If you believe that you can be a better ice skater and you watch these people do these flips and these jumps and these spins, and in your mind you can do it, then obviously your mind is the one that controls your body, and if with enough lessons and enough practice, you're going to be able to do those things too. So stop and think about what you believe you can do and where you believe your strengths are, and that's really going to help. Are you motivated or are you unmotivated? If you're not motivated, it's because you don't have a passion in your life. And that's going to bring us right back to, what are your values? What are your real deep-rooted values? Because that's where we're going to be able to put up boundaries. And when we put up boundaries, we filter out all the things that we don't need in our world, and we're left with just the things that we enjoy and the things that we know that we need. In that pathway is where we're going to find our passion. So keep looking at your values, keep assessing them. You can go online on Amazon, and there's a company that sells an index of cards, and it's something like 70 cards that basically list values. And on the back of each card, it'll have, for example, an integrity card if you value integrity. And on the back of that card, it'll have 4 different paragraphs of how you can incorporate integrity into your world. So I recommend that. I'll try to put the link down in the bio for you. And so when we're talking about self-love and taking care of yourself and making sure that you get everything that you want, all of these things are important. Our own feelings of self-worth can have a huge impact on our overall happiness and well-being. There's many steps we can take to increase our self-worth, such as practicing self-compassion, focusing on positive qualities, recognizing our strengths and weaknesses, setting achievable goals, and finding activities that bring us joy. Another thing that might help you along the way is to have daily affirmations. Some people like to meditate, some people like to journal, and some people will just list, go through their mind about what type of affirmations they might have that day. You can write down or think about 3 things that you like about yourself. 3 things that you did well today. Treat yourself to something special. Is there something out there that you've been wanting that doesn't have any particular value to anything except that you want it, you like it, and you need it? Today I bought myself a coral suede hat. Now, I haven't worn a hat in a long, long time, and it's not likely that I will wear this hat very often. But when I put that pink coral hat on my head, I felt absolutely beautiful and stylish, so I had to have it. So the hat's here. I don't have anything to go with it yet, but I'm hoping to plan an outfit that I can wear my pink hat. And might sound silly, might seem weird, but for me, that's one of those little things that brings me joy. You can ask a friend, as I had mentioned earlier, what they see your strengths as. You can take a step toward your dreams and goals. Maybe you know where you want to be and you know what you want to do, and there's just one thing that you can do to get moving in that direction. For me, I started this podcast last week, and every day I try to work on getting new material and sorting through my material and analyzing what I say and trying to put things together in a logical format so that I can bring and impart to other people a lot of this wisdom that I'm reading about and that I've learned in the process of my education and in my social environment. You can write down 3 things that you're grateful about. Having an attitude of gratefulness is always good. If you think about it, if you're smiling and you're grateful, you're going to be more aware of opportunities that are in front of you. You're going to be more aware of people who that you may resound with, that can be important people in your life. You may find a support system that you didn't see there previously. So being grateful, try to find something to be grateful for. Try to work on steps toward your self-love. Assess your values so that you can implement boundaries so that you can build the life that you love. Well, that's all we have for today, folks. I want to thank you for listening. If you have any comments or questions, you can send those to me at drjuliekabler@gmail.com. Additionally, we have a website. It's www.trueyou.solutions. You can go there and check out any podcasts you might have missed in the past and keep up to date with what's going on with us. I hope you have a fabulous day, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.